What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again, and we are going to be talking about something that hasn't really been talked about much on the channel, and we all know it's going to be coming very soon, which of course is Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Now, a lot of people have their own videos, have their own speculations of, oh, what's going to happen, what characters we're going to be seeing other than what we saw in the teaser trailer, and there's been a lot of rumors that we may be seeing something rather soon in 2022. There's been rumors of, oh, we're going to be seeing a gameplay trailer. There's been all kinds of different rumors. Nothing concrete to my knowledge. Now, I've been busy with other things. I've not really been too upkept with the information of Spider-Man. Now, I will say, there are things that I want to see in this game. There are things that I would like to see are a little different. Now, one of the things I'm seeing, and again, there's been, a lot of concept art. There's been a lot of, fan-made pictures, which again is what you're seeing on your screens right now. Obviously, you guys already know that I want to see the black suit. We more than likely will be seeing the black suit Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2, as well as obviously Venom, since we saw him in the trailer. Now, the way I'm thinking for story, this is the way I'm thinking, is from the events of the first Spider-Man game to the second, to Miles Morales. What's going to happen is I'd love to see where you get to play in the beginning as either Peter or Miles. You get to have that choice, as well as also you get to see where something happens to Peter, where all that anger and everything of that nature, maybe with what happened to Harry, or still having to deal with the death of Aunt May and everything else, where the symbiote gets onto him and then he changes, and we have a huge issue to where he just starts having a lot of anger towards everybody, and even Miles tries to put him in his place, hey man, don't do this, and then something happens, and then he battles even Craven with the suit as well, possibly Kurt Connors as the Lizard, and even does something to Mary Jane, where even Mary Jane sees he's acting differently, and then she has to get Miles and everybody else to help him out to bring him back to the Peter we all know, and that he should be, not due to what the suit is doing to him. Now, I will say that this is probably more than likely either what will happen or what may happen. Again, there's a lot of speculation of what could happen with Spider-Man as of right now. There's been no concrete evidence of what is going to happen in the game, because again, so many people are like, oh, I want to see this, oh, I want to see this. Now again, I want to see every suit that we saw in the first game. I want to see everything that we have not seen yet in the comics or in the movies to be in the second game as well. I think that is fair. I think that is something that every Spider-Man fan wants, even from the not from but from the Crystal, not from Crystal Dynamics, but from Marvel's Avengers Spider-Man, for the Avengers version of that Spider-Man, which again was an absolute failure. You guys should already know that. But either way, I think that we should get every version of Spider-Man that we have seen in a game or even in a comic book for this game. I'm not saying every comic book version, but versions we have not seen yet, such as, even Superior Spider-Man. We should get a version of that in this game, since we're kind of getting that due to the legs that we saw in the reveal trailer in Spider-Man 2, due to Doc Ock situation. We'd be seeing other versions. We should even see maybe other versions. Hell, we should even see maybe Gwen, at this point. I don't know. There's so much that I want to see in this game. I could just go on and on and on and on. But again, from my speculation, I think we're going to see Harry return. We're going to see different parts where he's showing versions of Venom, and we start seeing Venom at a later point in the game, to where they finally figure out, oh my god, it's Harry, and then it goes on to Peter, and then somehow later goes on to Eddie Brock, somehow progressing the story, while also dealing with Craven, and also dealing with the Lizard, and whatever other villains that they're going to be putting into this game. Now, I will say, minor villains I think they need to put in this game should be Shocker, for one. I think they need to put Shocker. I think they need to put Rhino in here. I think they need to put a lot of villains that are from the 90s Spider-Man show that were really popular, and other ones that we saw in the movies and the comics that are not always shown in games. I think they really do need to show the Rhino, since we did get to see that in the game. I think they also need to show Mysterio, as well as also Shocker. I think those are the three minor villains, or you can consider to be minor villains, in the Spider-Man universe to where we could see them and also go up against them and maybe have another villain show up. Now again, we saw Rhino in the last game, but at the same time, Rhino is always that villain that always reappears, and he was even in Miles Morales. But at the same time, we may be getting tired of them. But the main ones I really want to see is like Mysterio and Shocker, and I want to see possibly another character. I can't think of any more offhand, but I would love to see who else, and maybe at the very end of the game, maybe get like a Carnage type of kind of something, or maybe Morbius or something of that nature, to where there will be a third Spider-Man game. Now again, depending on how good Spider-Man 2 does on PS5, it will do absolutely outstanding. I think just from the hype right now, it's going to be doing absolutely outstanding. The first one sold millions of copies. Miles Morales did absolutely amazing. That is what PlayStation 4's bread and butter is as of right now. So if we can continue on this train as for Spider-Man fans, and not only for that, but for other Marvel games that are going to be by Crystal Dynamics, then we have a great, bright future ahead of us. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. You guys ready for more Spider-Man? What do you think is going to happen in the story? Who would you like to see? What suits would you like to see? What are your theories on Spider-Man right now for the story? I'd love to know down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys as always on the next video.